lady named Clara is shown as the film starts, who had visited someone's house for a job. She had applied for the position of caretaker for a girl named Ana, because Ana was hoping for a child, and she was finding it difficult to tackle her duties alone in this condition. So she needed an assistant. She says to Clara, "It is the requirement of your job that you will have to stay with me at my house." Then Ana begins to feel pain. Then Clara handles her, and she helps to cure her pain. Ana hires her for the job after being impressed. Then Clara shifts at Ana's house, packing her luggage. And she has held her overall duties since the very first day. Then she notices that Ana also has a gun. But she does not concentrate on it deeply. The next day, Clara takes Ana to the doctor, where the doctor informs them that Ana's baby is healthy enough. It has been known by ultrasound that the baby is a boy. Then it is seen that Ana begins to dance after being dressed and drunk. She had a craze for dancing, and she also asks Clara to do this. Ana reveals to her past tragic story here. She tells me that today is my birthday, and I am missing my family too much. Saying it, she becomes sentimental. She says, "No one meets me from my family, because I had a relationship with someone. So my family detests me for this cause. They don't want to maintain any type of relationship with me, so I am alone and surviving here." Next day, when they move to the doctor tells them that Ana's blood pressure is too high, so she will not eat the meat. After this, Clara used to serve her vegetarian food. Clara used to take care of her too much. Clara hands her over the books of children's names, so she may decide the name of her baby. Ana moves to a club the same night to freshen herself. When she returns late at night, Clara wakes up. She notices that Ana is searching for something from the refrigerator. When Clara advances to assist her, Ana then chews her shoulder. As a direct consequence, Ana's mouth comes into contact with Clara's blood. But Clara asks to go into her room while pushing her away. And the shocking fact is this: Ana was behaving normally the next day, as nothing has happened with her. At the same time, Clara does not mention anything about the last night's incident, because she was thinking that Ana would have acted this way in her sleepwalking. Ana tells Clara that she has decided the name of her baby, and I will give him the name Joel. When Clara is making Ana's expectancy paper, she thinks that Ana's sleepwalking is surely connected with a full moon, because when she acted strangely last time, it was a full moon night. Ana begins to have nightmares on the next full moon night. So Ana is frightened due to this, and she asks Clara to keep her in her room. Ana starts sleepwalking again the same night. Clara also wakes up at this time again, and she follows Ana. Ana's eyes color had also changed. Ana sits at a place coming out of her building, but Clara is left shocked, observing one thing. When Ana begins to eat a cat, killing it. Afterwards, Clara brings Ana home. At this time, Ana has also forgotten everything from the previous incident, as nothing has happened. Then, Ana pours the drops of her blood into her lunch after injuring her hand. So Ana's thirst for blood may be quenched, and Ana takes that meal, thinking it tasty. Then Clara tells her that you have sleepwalking disorders. So Ana faces much trouble. Then Clara explains to her that saying, "Don't worry, you have sleepwalking on a full moon night, otherwise you do not." And it is not the sleepwalking disorder, but it continues to happen in the expectancy during the full moon night. So, she does the sleepwalking on full moon nights. Then Clara throws the flower around her bed at night, so she may detect if Ana begins to walk during sleep, because that flower will be stuck on her feet. The next day, when Clara comes to awaken her, she observes that everything is normal. It means that she did not sleepwalk last night. Ana has slept soundly. The next day, Ana tells her, "When I went out with my friends, I ran into a man there, with whom I befriended. Then we went on an outing, and we spent a lot of time visiting the mountains. Then she tells me that I slept there, but there was no man when I woke up. and I had witnessed the glistening-eyed creature emerge from the bushes. After a time when I knew that I was expecting, I tried to search for that man too much. But no one knew about that man in town, and I did not witness that man after that day. It is seen on the next full moon night that Ana feels a bitter pain. Seeing it, Clara begins to call the doctor, but it is in vain. Because it was too late. Because Anna's baby comes outside, tearing her abdomen, so Ana dies on the spot. Clara is left shocked, witnessing it. Seeing that baby, Clara knows that it is not a normal kid. It is rather a werewolf. When Clara is going to fire her gun at him, she does not get the courage to do so. Then she leaves that place, taking her luggage and that baby. Then she thinks that she will abandon this baby somewhere. But she also does not get the courage to do this, so she takes that baby to that place where she used to reside before. Then she decides that she will keep this baby in her custody. After this, the time after 7 years is shown, where it is observed that Anna's baby has grown up. And Clara is bringing him up. She is growing him up. She gives the same name to that kid, which was decided by his mother. It means the name Joel. Joel was looking like the other kids. He used to go to school and study like other kids. Because Clara did not want to take any type of risk, she always kept Joel away from the meat. And she brings him up while serving the vegetarian food. Then it is seen that Clara makes Joel sleep in a special room on a full moon night, where she chains him. The next day, it is seen that Joel's full body is covered with hair, and he was not looking normal at this time. Because he is transformed into a werewolf at every full moon, Clara shaves his body like a werewolf. And he was looking like the normal child he was before. It is also known here that Clara never told Joel about his mother, Ana. She has only told him that I caught you near a river. Afterwards, I brought you to my house. Then it is seen that Joel had taken leave from the school. But Clara used to work for a pharmacy company, and she had to go for her job, so she leaves Joel to her landlady. And she herself goes for a job. Here Clara's landlady thinks Joel is looking sick, because he always eats vegetarian food. So she serves him meat for his lunch, and Joel also eats it, finding it tasty. When Clara returns home at night, then Joel had taken one photo of Ana from the belongings of Clara. Joel asks Clara, "Who is she?" Clara says on it, "I was going to reveal it to you, that she is your mother. She died when you came into life." But Joel does not give his ears to her words, and he begins to treat her rudely. When Joel does not agree with her in any way, Clara again locks him into his room. Joel also wounds her during this. In spite of this, Clara does not understand. Why is Joel eventually behaving like this? Afterwards, Clara goes to her landlady, and she asks her, "Why is Joel behaving like this?" Clara's landlady says on it that I have served him meat at dinner time. So she acknowledges that Joel is acting this way because he eats meat. When Joel's friends come to meet him at night, Clara says to them, "Go away, he is sleeping." The next day, Clara tells Joel that you resemble your mother, and you also love dancing, which was loved by your mother. Joel asks, "How did my mother die?" Clara says on it, "When you are grown up, then I will reveal the whole fact to you." Afterwards, Joel asks her about his father. Clara tells me about it. I have no information about him. But Joel, who was still angry with Clara, was not talking with him properly. Now, Joel wanted to search for his father, so he goes along with his friend in search of his father after leaving school. They visit a shopping mall where Ana has shopped, and Joel had observed the name of that mall on that box. He had taken out the photo of his mother from that box. When Clara goes to pick him up after school, Joel was not there. Then she moves to the father of that kid who had taken Joel with him. That man says on it, "You need not worry, they are kids, and they often do so. Feeling hungry, they themselves will return home." Afterwards, Clara goes to the other friend of Joel, and she asks him about Joel. but they also had no knowledge about Joel. So that lady asks Clara to move to the police station, but Clara was not willing to go to the police officers because he was not her own child. After this, Clara goes to her landlady, and she also prays heartily that Joel may return soon. On the other side, Joel and his friend were still wandering in that mall in spite of the night. They hide themselves there as the mall's closing time draws near. After this, they begin to search for Joel's father, coming outside. Then Joel casts a glance at the full moon, and he comes to know that it is also a full moon night today, and Joel is transformed into a werewolf at first sight. Seeing him, Joel's friend is afraid, and he begins to run from there. He runs to the elevator, but it is close, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Joel reaches there, transforming into a werewolf, and he eats him while killing. Later, Joel returns home. Clara's landlady also observes him coming home. He was not a normal child at that time. He was a werewolf. That landlady is frightened, seeing him, so she shows Clara a crucifix. And she says that we will call him Father. Then we will perform an exorcism on him. Clara says on it that he is a werewolf, and nothing is going to affect him as such. In some way, she stops her landlady, but she did not want to reside there with Joel anymore. The next morning she decides to leave that place. So she starts to pack her luggage. When Joel wakes up, Clara asks him, "Where were you last night?" He tells me that I had gone to a shopping mall in search of my father, along with my friend. After this, I returned home alone. Nothing is in my memory relevant to last night. How did I get here? Even though I am not feeling hungry, Clara understands, hearing it, that he has eaten his friend after killing him. Then Clara says to him, "We will have left here on this day." But Joel did not want to leave that place, because he wanted to know who will eventually be his father, so he goes to school after locking Clara in a room trickily. But he does not know anything about his friend going to school. Then it is watched that TV was broadcasting news about the shopping mall, that the whole elevator was filled with blood, but there was no dead body there. Then Clara's colleague comes to meet her in the evening, because Clara had not gone for a job today. When she reaches Clara's house, she notices that the door is open. Then she hears the voice of Clara, who was shouting for help. When Clara's friend opens that door, Clara comes from there, and she thanks her friend for helping her. Clara's friend does not understand anything, who had committed it with them, but Clara leaves from there, holding her gun, because she knew where Joel had gone. Afterwards, Clara goes to a fair, where she also meets the father of that child, who had been killed by Joel. And he asks Clara about his son, because he had still not returned home. But Clara says that I have no knowledge about it. Contrarily, Joel, who is playing with his friend, is seen. Then he begins to transform into a werewolf all of a sudden, because it was also a full moon night. When he is going to attack his friend, Clara fires her gun at him, reaching him, so he is wounded. After it, Clara brings her home, lifting him, and she chains him, and she bandages her wound, taking the bullet out of it. But all had known until that time that Joel was a werewolf, so people were advancing on their house in order to kill him. Then Clara sings a lullaby for him, which is often sung by Ana, so he may not attack her. Afterwards, Clara unchains his hands and feet. He is ready to fight with the people through this, who were coming to victimize him, and the movie concludes with this scene. Thanks for watching.